What's up everybody, it's Jake back in the BarBend garage gym, and today I'm going to be spending some time talking about the best pre-workouts on the market with my good friend Chelsea Bourgeois. If you don't already know, Chelsea's an RDN, she knows her stuff, and I'm really thankful to have her with me today. Chelsea, before we get going though, first question right off the bat, with pre-workouts, people often associate caffeine with them. Is that something that you actually need in a pre-workout?
Yeah, not necessarily. You don't necessarily have to have caffeine in your pre-workout to get all of those pre-workout benefits. Some products will use other ingredients like the beta-alanine, your BCAAs, your creatine to give you those similar effects that caffeine will give you without necessarily including caffeine in the formula.
Absolutely, and for those who don't know, the beta-alanine will give you a case of the tinglies. Just go ahead and be prepared for that. But this is going to be a long video. Chelsea and I just want to go ahead and lay out that number one option. It's Transparent Labs Bulk. You're getting 210 milligrams of caffeine per serving, and you're getting 4 grams of BCAAs. Now, before we expand on why we rank Transparent Labs Bulk as the number one option, there's 2 things I want to tell you. First, if you haven't already done it, click that subscribe button and make sure you turn on notifications because we have a lot of content we're going to be pushing out. And second, this video pairs with an article. I definitely think you go and check that out because there's a lot of information there that you don't want to miss. All you got to do is search BarBend, best pre-workouts, and it's going to pull right up for you. Now let's get back to Transparent Labs Bulk. Okay, so in addition to the 210 milligrams of caffeine and the 4 grams of BCAAs, you're also getting 4 grams of beta-alanine with this formulation to potentially help with power output. There's 12 different flavor options to choose from. Each serving is going to cost about $1.50, but Chelsea, something I really want to ask you here is the inclusion of L-theanine. First of all, what are the actual benefits of L-theanine, and is the 360 milligrams found here enough to actually do something?
So L-theanine has been linked to improved sleep quality, reduced stress and anxiety, and then here's the kicker for a pre-workout, improved mental clarity. Studies have found that even doses of 150 milligrams has been beneficial for athletes. But some of the research that I've looked at has looked at doses from 100 milligrams to 400 milligrams. And they found that the L-theanine can really improve those, mental clarity, your focus during those simple tasks. So you're getting really the high dose of the researched L-theanine doses in this formula.
Yeah, and that can definitely help out, especially with, if you're somebody who's sensitive to caffeine and, sometimes you might not be able to focus very much with all the caffeine going on, right? Does that make sense? A little bit, yeah. Yeah. Well, there it is, y'all. The best option on the market in 2024 is Transparent Labs Bulk. Okay, so up next, we're gonna talk about Onnit's Alpha Brain. And this is a good option for beginners in our opinion because you're getting 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is significantly less than a lot of other ones that are out there. There's some that have 388 milligrams. So this is a good option for that. Now, another thing here is that it is kind of pricey. It's gonna cost you about $3 per serving, and there's only 2 different flavor options, so there might not be, an option best for everybody. But cool thing here is that there's ashwagandha in this pre-workout, which is something you don't always find. Chelsea, can you kind of talk about the benefits of ashwagandha really quick?
Ashwagandha, they're finding that it can help promote mental agility during stressful workouts, which I think is great to, be proactive in your pre-workout. A study found that I think it was a dose of about 500 milligrams of ashwagandha extract was really beneficial for participants who were doing resistance training. And it really helped improve that upper and lower body strength. So they're finding that it might have some physical components as well as their mental components. And I also really like, just a little tidbit, I like that it also contains the African palm oil.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful with the amounts of palm oils you have because obviously its effect on cholesterol, but it's got a really, a moderate to small dose of it, and that can help with absorbing our fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, which is super important for our immune systems.
That's really interesting. I wasn't really familiar with African palm oil, so thank you for laying that out for me. There it is, y'all. Alpha Brain pre-workout from Onnit. It's a good option for beginners. You're only getting 20 servings, about $3 per serving, but this is still a really good option. Okay, so up next is pre-caged Elite. And if you're somebody like me and you're pretty sensitive to caffeine, this probably isn't gonna be the best option for you because there's a whopping 388 milligrams of caffeine in one scoop right here, okay? The other thing is, it's kind of pricey. It's gonna cost you about $3 per serving. There's 20 servings in here, but there's a lot of good stuff in here, okay? So primarily something that I like that is included in here is the 5 grams of creatine. You're getting 3 grams from creatine monohydrate and 2 from creatine nitrate. So it's basically acting as 2 supplements in one. It's a handful of flavor options for you as well. Chelsea, something I want to ask you about is L-citrulline. What does the inclusion of that in this formulation mean for this pre-workout?
So citrulline is an amino acid, and it's found in some of the foods that we eat, but our body can also make it on its own. What the body does with citrulline is it changes it to another amino acid, L-arginine, which is really necessary for protein synthesis. So that's where this kind of comes into play in our pre-workout supplements. A lot of the research is showing, maximum training benefits are when citrulline supplemented around that 3 gram mark. So this is a little low compared to that research, but I say every bit counts, especially if you're using this really as a supplement and as part of a well-balanced diet too.
Absolutely, and another thing I really like here is the inclusion of coconut fruit water powder. So you're getting some hydration as well when it comes to this pre-workout. There's a lot of good things to like about it. Just remember, it is pretty strong with that high caffeine content. All right, so up next is one of our favorite non-stim pre-workouts, and this is Genius Pre. Now, like I said, non-stim, so there's no caffeine in here. This is great for somebody like me, but I get it. A lot of people want their caffeine with their pre-workouts. But cool thing is you're still getting a lot of focused-based ingredients with this formulation. 5 different flavors to choose from, and it's gonna cost you about $1.80 per serving. Chelsea, what really stands out to you with this formulation here?
Yeah, I like the Genius Pre. I like that they've got the citrulline malate in it. You get 6 grams in each serving. And we've talked a little bit about the L-citrulline in the past. The malate side of that is they've attached a malic acid to it, which really helps with your absorption rates and the bioavailability, what you can get from that particular compound. And the citrulline malate is going to work as a nitric oxide enhancer, so that's going to help with your blood flow. And then they're finding that it also can help with reducing fatigue, which I think is a great factor for a pre-workout supplement.
Absolutely, especially paired with the beta-alanine that's in here too. So if you're like me, like I said, you want a nice pre-workout that doesn't have caffeine, Genius Pre is a really good option for you. Up next is one of our favorite all-natural options, and this is by way of Legion with their Pulse pre-workout. Now you're getting 350 milligrams of caffeine here. It's gonna cost you about $2.25 per serving, but I mentioned the all-natural aspect, and this is really cool. There's 54, that's what they list on their website, 54 peer-reviewed studies on this pre-workout. It's third-party tested by Labdoor, and it's NSF certified. So a lot of really high quality stuff going on here with their production. Chelsea, what really stands out to you with Legion Pulse?
I like how Legion operates. They really back their products with the research. And that's, what I find with the betaine anhydrous. They've got 2.5 grams per serving, and the research really backs that dose. You've looked at like the 3 to 6 grams, it's commonly used in research, but they're finding that a dose of around 2.5 grams up to 3 grams is really effective in helping with liver function, cellular reproduction, helping to make carnitine, all these really important things for overall health, and then of course for workout goals, your fitness goals.
Absolutely, and the fact that it is all natural is a really good thing too. If you're looking to stay away from anything that could have banned substances in it, anything like that, it's a really, really good option for you. All right, that's a wrap on today's video over the best pre-workouts in 2024. Chelsea, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's always fun to be in the BarBend garage. Just remember, y'all, pre-workouts, you want to try and take them around 15 to 30 minutes before your workout starts. Find the sweet spot that works for you, that you find you have the best energy to go and make the most of your workout. And then always check out BarBend for any updates on new research that comes out.
Definitely head over to barbend.com, because once again, this video pairs with an article and you don't want to miss out on all that good information. All you got to do is search BarBend Best Pre-Workouts. It's going to pull right up for you. You can go over all the information we discussed here today, and you might learn a little bit more as well. Catch y'all next time.